today's program as well. Thank you.
Want to hire a trader to trade the Forex market for you and get a good ROI on your capital without fear of abscondment or unauthorized withdrawals from your trader or money manager? For a market that trades around $5 trillion daily in volume, it stands to reason that there are traders profiting from Forex. Otherwise, the Forex market would have become unpopular and faded out. Forex Briefcase proprietary trading strategy and risk management techniques have been proven to be profitable over a data set of 5,000 plus real trades, not backtest results. You may be thinking, how do I hire a trader without the risk of trader or money management abscondment, running away with your money? Traditionally, investors transfer a sum of money to the trader's personal account to allow the trader to trade for them. This setup is unregulated and non-transparent, and it's easy for the trader to run away. With our Forex Briefcase MAM multi-account manager setup, investors deposit their funds with a regulated brokerage that adheres to strict rules such that only the rightful owner of the account can withdraw from the account. This means that Forex Briefcase merely trades for you through a contractual agreement. Forex Briefcase does not have the rights to make any withdrawals. Now you can earn a passive income having Forex Briefcase trade for you while you enjoy the flexibility and security of holding the funds under your own name. Contact us to find out more.
Hello, good morning, everybody. How are you all today? Big thumbs up if you are good. Big thumbs up if you are good. Awesome. I think we are just about ready to start once Kenneth takes over the mic from me before I start rambling on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'd like to welcome everybody to today's webinar. So as like today's people are streaming in, so I'd like to tell you more about what we do. So I'd like to see, like, I see quite a lot of familiar face today, but I just launched the poll and just fill it in. I'd like to see if there's any first timer that's in here with us today.
I think there's one. I'm going to guess the number.
Yeah. So, okay. So we do daily webinar where Jin walk through all the thoughts and ideas for the specific currency. So Monday we talk about Aussie and Kiwi. Tuesday Euro. Wednesday Pound. Thursday will be Yen and Gold. Then for Friday, which is today, we are talking about CAD and oil. So I paste like the schedule of inside the chat so you can take a look. Let me see where's my poll.
I'm right, aren't I? There is one.
Yeah, really. That's really one. Okay, so
there is one.
So great to see the ones that came the first time joining. So today is Friday. G is going to talk about CAD and oil. So this webinar is going to be very beneficial for long-term investors and short-term traders. So during this session, Jin will go through what could the price move, possible trade ideas, and highlighting potential targets and risks. So the very important disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be trade recommendation. It's solely the opinion of the views of the speakers. So please remember to do your own analysis prior of entering any trades. So I'm Kenneth here. I've known Jin for I think 4 to 5 years now. First as a student, then became a LCMS coach, and now a business partner in Forex Briefcase. So Jin runs LCMS Traders and Forex Briefcase, trading coach, $1 million trader, which means that you'll see him speaks in many stages globally. So in fact, most of people here is like they might see him speaking somewhere or have previously attended his course before. So I'd like to launch another poll to see how did you get here. Let's see. Okay. So please help me fill it up. We have, I think, 22, 23 people over here. I'd like to see what is the channel that you came in from. So yeah, without further ado, while you're filling up, I'll pass over to Jin and start off with today's analysis.
Right. So hi everyone. How are you all doing? Good stuff. We are all live on Facebook on Forex Trading Asia as well. So usual drill, same thing I tell you every day when I get Facebook working is if you can help me click share on that, that'd be fantastic. Today we talk about CAD and oil. Well, I'll go through some ideas, give you. I actually think, oh, my voice is going. I actually think that we could actually see quite an interesting trade in the CAD tonight, especially with the news coming up. So something to look forward to. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a bit of a quick review of the analysis we've done through the week, also just to encourage you all to take action on the analysis that I do on a day-to-day basis. I know Kenneth is one of them, and a few of you guys are taking action on these trades as well. So let's try and do more of that. Good to go? Shall we start? Yes, I see KK nodding his head. So that's the approval to start. All right. So US CAD, as usual, I look at it on the daily time frame first to give you a broad overview. All right. If you were on the signals before, if you're on the Telegram signals, I'm pretty sure you have been enjoying the move. I've seen the signals being fired out, the move in the US CAD heading downwards. The last one, 3 days ago, where it broke that 1.3955 level quite strongly. It went in that one day, it went down about that 170 pips, right? So quite a good move there. Now it is sitting at 1.377. Whether at this point it's going to go up to retest that resistance now, or whether it's going to go from this point lower, maybe towards even the 1.3344 level. This is what we're going to find out, right? This is what I'm going to guide you through. In my view, quite straightforward. At this point, I think it's more likely to hit upwards. It's more likely to hit upwards into that resistance. So I do feel that we could see that 100 pip move, 100 and something pip move upwards into that resistance. That's my bias for today. Why I think that, and actually why I'm quite interested in that. I'll look at it on H4 more than on the daily time frame. Oh, my nose is giving me a bit of trouble today. Drawing it a bit more specifically, more something like that. So I think it's quite a good upward move. I'm looking at something that could be maybe a 50 pip stop loss with a 160 pip take profit. So 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. If it goes above 1.38, okay, 1.38, I'll be looking for that buy. So okay, make it 70 pips stop loss with a 120 pip profit, or even a 130, 140 pip profit. So 1 to 2 risk reward ratio there. But this is only after the news release tonight. Okay, so I think that we could see it move upwards with the triggers of the news release tonight. Quite straightforward on the CAD. What I mean in the news release tonight, today, this whole afternoon, we have a scattering of yen news, a scattering of euro news. I don't think this euro news will move the market super a lot. The main focus will be on CAD tonight at 8:30. GDP month on month was 0%, expected -9%. I was just talking to Kenneth before we jumped on, before everyone jumped in to the call. I was quite happy with how I've been predicting GDP. I think I did it twice, or I did CPI once for the US and GDP for the US yesterday as well. So, I called for GDP at 5% and it came out at 5%. The CAD GDP, I don't have a feel of this right now. It's probably going to be -9 or maybe even -10%. In general, I do feel that it could be quite a bad number. Even if it comes out at -8, anywhere from -8, 9, or 10, we are likely to see weakness in the CAD, right? Why I say that is because at -8, -9, or -10, it's very, very, very different from what it was previously at 0. That's one. Okay. Two is that at that -8, 9, or 10 level, it really shows a contraction in the economy. It shows GDP reducing by a significant amount, regardless of that forecast of being 9. So we are likely to see that weakness in the CAD, right? So, and that's the main news that we have today. The CAD, Powell speaking later, so not much on that. So with that weakness in CAD, that results in me thinking if CAD gets weaker, we could see it go up into that resistance level. Okay. Any questions at this point? I know what question you should be asking, so I'm going to ask and see if you have any questions. And if you don't have that question, I'll ask myself that question then. Any questions from you guys? All right, okay. Possibility of being priced in. Right. I wasn't thinking that question, but I'll answer that question as well, Derek. So Derek asked a possibility of it being priced in at this. So priced in, I know we talked about that, or you guys talked about it quite a bit during the coaching sessions and also during the weekly call on Monday. One of the way to see whether it's priced in, right, is now that we see an expectation for negative news coming from the CAD. So, if you expect the bad news from CAD, what do you expect to see on the US CAD? You expect to see it moving higher. But at this point, we are not seeing the US CAD move any higher. We're actually seeing it drop yesterday, quite significantly yesterday, because of the weakness in the US dollar. So if I don't see that weakness in the CAD, that's going to tell me that I probably haven't seen it being priced in too much. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Derek. So if to think of whether it's been priced in, I want to see the price moving similar to what its likely direction is. My question actually for myself is, what happens if it breaks above? Is it likely to break above that 1.3955 level? It could, if it comes up at -9, -10%, that's a very significant number. So we could actually see it go quite strongly above this point. If that news comes out to be quite bad, but that would need to be about a 250 pip move upwards and beyond. So at that scale, CAD does not normally move. Characteristics of CAD does not normally move that much because of a GDP number. So it's possible, but probably slightly unlikely. Okay. And then again, for those of you who are already quite familiar with Traders Club, we have a straddle here as well, quite a tight range over the past almost 1 week now, or half a week now. It's been moving in this tight range of 60 pips, so a bit less than 60 pips as well. So in that 60 pip range, so you could start thinking of a possible straddle in this scenario. I hate telling you, if it goes up, buy; if it goes down, sell. My overall bias is for it to go up, but you could take advantage of that consolidation there. If it breaks either upwards or downwards, have your orders ready, have your stop loss ready, have your take profits ready. If you don't know how to apply your stop loss, take profits, and orders, check out the straddle strategy video that we have there in Traders Club. Okay, any questions so far? I probably wouldn't run through Traders Club too much today because I think 99% of you, 95% of you are already on Traders Club, right? So those of you who are not on Traders Club, go onto Facebook, search for Traders Club, LCMS Traders Club on Facebook, and then you can join us there. It is $49 a month to join, or $199 a year. You know, so all the topics are here on the side where you get your signals, you get your polls, your analysis, your tutorials, your weekly live call. So weekly live call is where you can watch the straddle strategy, how to trade the straddle, where I was sharing with everyone a couple of weeks ago, right? So those of you who already are on Traders Club, you know, watch the video again, refresh, get an idea of how to apply that straddle, which we have on the CAD coming through today, right? So a lot of info on Traders Club, you know, signals are all there. Signals are filed. Kenneth with this awesome 9 p.m. updates, right? So every 9 p.m., every night, Monday to Friday, he'll give you an update. Make sure you watch that. I have actually been watching it and watching who's joining onto that live call as well. So make sure I'm watching you all joining that session. So a lot of information on Traders Club. If you are not on it already, you have to join. But I know most of you are already on Traders Club. Alrighty, so apart from CAD, what else are we looking at? Anyone? We're looking at oil. Okay. All right, I saw the chat flash. Oil. All right, good. So oil WTI, I haven't drawn many lines in here, or many directional lines in here. I've drawn a lot of support resistance lines. Why? Is because from memory, the last time I was speaking about WTI last week, I was saying that at this point, it's probably not going to go higher than 35.4, and it hasn't. It struggled at that level. What is likely is for it to come back down again. However, it does need to go below 28.85 to have any significant downside. So what I do think, you know, there has been rumors about cutting supply, and as we get out of this circuit breaker, as more people get released from their homes. It sounds terrible to say that they're released from their homes, but as they get released from their homes, we're likely to see the demand for oil increase slightly, right? So that's probably going to balance off, right? I don't think that that increase in demand and that cut in supply is going to result in a big upside move, you know, that, you know, it's not going to break upwards that way. I think that is probably going to result in a range of between 35.39 to 28.85. It's going to sit in that range, bounce there for a while more. Although I do see an interesting chart pattern coming up on the WTI at this point. So I'll share more about that in detail on the Traders Club. But for the medium term, short to medium term, I do think that it's going to sit in that range. Fair enough? I hope you're taking notes. I think Lewis is. I see him scribbling away. Good stuff, right? Taking notes is crucial. All right, so I've done CAD, I've done oil. What I want to do is just a quick review of some of the other trades I was talking about during the week. In particular, Euro US. So when I spoke about it on Tuesday, Euro US, I had that one brown line going up. I know Kenneth entered that trade, made $4,000. It's moving exactly along that line that I drew. Now it's gone past that point. It's gone past this resistance level. For Euro US, you know, it looks like it wants to test the 1.11 level. However, I think that we might see that move cap in this region now, with possible downside coming through. right? So a little bit of optimism during the week, but we could see it coming down a little bit heading into next week. I'll tell you more about that next week. I told my Traders Club members I won't be talking about Euro Pound, so I will skip Euro Pound for now. Pound US dollar moved exactly as we drew, well, almost exactly as we drew. So said it was going to come down before going back up. It did come down, moved across a little bit. Now it's going back up again, but it's still in that range. So pound US dollar, although it's moved quite a bit, it hasn't been super exciting at this point, right? So it has moved a good 100 pip range, but probably very exciting on hindsight, but not very tradable. One thing you want to pay attention to is US yen as it tries to come lower, still in that range. Euro yen is something that I really like. You know, it's gone up, up, up. We just spoke about it yesterday. It's gone up, up, up. Tested the 119.4 level, 0.38, 0.4 level. The decision here is whether it's going to break higher or lower or bounce lower. As an update from yesterday, I think that it does look like it's more likely to come lower. So trading that wide range, which could be a very interesting trade. You know, a good 70 pip stop for a 180 pip to 210 pip take profit. So you're looking at an easy in inverted commas, easy 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 risk reward ratio. Okay, so that's one trade I'm paying particular attention to as well. And then lastly, gold. You know, gold is in that range. We spoke about this yesterday. It looked like it was trying to break upwards. I was about to fire out in the Traders Club telling everyone to watch gold, you know, as it looks like it's going to break out of the 1730 level. It came back in. It's probably going to sit there till later next week before it shoots out of that 1730 level. Okay, so that was a quick update on the different currency pairs. Just a thing to look out for. Next week, I will also give you updates as they come through next week, you know, with triggers, with specific levels on what you want to pay attention to. All right, so Frankie had a question, should we trade US CAD on which time frame, H4? Yeah, Frankie, the time frame that you would trade really depends on, you know, which method you're more accustomed to. You know, depends on your trade size, depends on your comfort level of holding on to the trade. But I think, you know, H4 is going to be suitable. Okay. Max T says, any comments on correlation and the trade signals? What do you mean, Max? I think that the correlation between currency pairs, trading multiple yen pairs. Okay. Okay, so trading multiple yen pairs. No, actually, if you watched yesterday's yen video, you know, we weren't super keen on the US yen. We were looking more on the euro yen and slightly on the pound. Pound yen wasn't super keen as well. As the team fires out trade signals for multiple yen pairs, the trade signals are really there to keep you aware of what's happening in the market, in addition to telling you possible trade ideas. So it's telling you what to look out for. So the decision you still have to take is, you know, the trade size and also which kind of pairs to enter. I would suggest that you enter all the signals, right, in every signals, but adjust your trade size so that you are able to take every signal without being overexposed in terms of leverage. Okay, good stuff. Thanks, Max. Siyun asks, should we be very cautious with the Donald Trump speech on China today? We should always be very extra super cautious whenever President Trump speaks. Right, so that's probably going to influence on the US dollar. and the move towards reserve. However, we would be cautious, but I wouldn't hold off too much. I would still be trading as usual, keep my stops tight, and then continue on. Because if not, you sit there worrying too much about President Trump, then there's no trade to do. All right. Oh, I love the questions coming through. CK's asked, do we use buy sell stop based on the trade signals for the pairs? Yes, you can use buy sell stops, or you can do instant executions. It depends on how quickly you look at the signals and how quickly you jump into those pairs. All right. KK on CAD news is later tonight. It's Friday today, last day of trading. I really likely to see profit taking. Any concerns or anything to watch out for? KK, not much. I would say trade the news. I would say trade the news because it is quite a GDP is quite a big news. We are expecting quite significant numbers coming through. So I would say trade the news, but don't hold on to trades going more than tonight, especially for the CAD. So trade that news, get out before the end of the session for yourself. That's your first question. Then are we likely to see any profit taking? This is end of May. So I wouldn't think that we'll see much. There will be some profit taking, but we wouldn't see much in sense of profit taking because it normally happens in a greater extent at the end of every quarter. So we see March and maybe end of June will be that profit taking levels. So that will be more, end of May isn't a major level. I saw KK had a big nod, so I think he's happy. All right. CK news, we focus on those red and less on yellow. CK, you need to check out the news video on Traders Club. They went through the news on what to pay attention to. So check that out. MT4 cannot program for more than 1 TPs, unfortunately. So just to confirm, we check the US CAD 830 trade the news. Okay, so CK, yes, you cannot do more than 1 TP on MT4. That's why we have the Traders Club with the comments for every signal to tell you when to get out of a trade. The best recommendation whether to get out at TP1, 2, or 3. So make use of the Traders Club, put notifications, make sure that you check everything that we post through. I'm not sure whether CK is a member at Traders Club already, but CK, if you're not a member, you have to get on, right? It is $1.99 a year. It's less than $1 a day, massively beneficial to your trading. US CAD, trade the news, yes. Don't wait for it to retrace. I don't like trading a retracement because if it's retracing, I'm trading against the very short-term trend already. Good stuff, CK. I know you're a new member. Check out the videos. It's massively important. Tommy asked a question about Euro 2 trillion loan. I haven't read too much about that. That's probably one of the things I'm going to catch up on a bit later today. I've been catching up a bit of news, so I will catch up on that and I'll update. If there's anything significant, I'll update as well. All right, loving the questions. Remember, those of you who are already on Traders Club members, and I know most of you are, have all these questions. I'm really just touching the tip of them now. We will go through in more and more detail, especially on the Monday night call. So Monday night at 9 p.m. Singapore time, right? I do have a weekly call with the panel of experts, right? And also all of you. So we're answering your questions in terms of all these questions, any psychology questions, any trading questions, all that kind of things. Make sure you come in for the Monday 9 p.m. call. Okay, so I love the questions. Keep them coming. In the meantime, trade safe, trade well, right? CAD, look for that news tonight. I think there is quite a good trading opportunity. I hope to see all your good trades, especially when you share it in Traders Club. And before Kenneth takes back and gets me to keep quiet now, Robbie, I hope you win the trading challenge, $2,000 cash prize coming up. All right.
Yep. Okay, Ken, thanks a lot, Jin. Fantastic session today on the CAD and oil. So as you are coming to close of this session, so I'd like to launch the last poll to see what do you think about this webinar. Okay, I've just launched it. So please help me fill it up. I'd like to see what is the comment so that we can continue to give us feedback to continue to run as per like the usual that we do, or should we like do any changes? So anyway, this recording of this video will be uploaded in the LCMS YouTube channel. So thanks all for joining for the session today. So we'll look forward for Monday, 11 a.m. on Aussie and Kiwi. So please help me fill up. So currently I have about 19. So I have still about 5 or 6 people. So just
right. So LCMS Traders Club on YouTube. Search for us, LCMS Traders Club on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. I will upload the video for Louis. I will upload the video because you asked pretty much immediately after this session. So once it's compiled already, I'll upload it straight away. All right. So make sure you click subscribe. You can share that link with everyone as well. All right. Thank you all so much. Trade safe, trade well. Have a great weekend. And take care now. Bye-bye.
bye.
See you all. Bye.